time traveler moves a chair. The timeline. Katara in Season 1. Katara in Season 3. Azula developing a military strategy to infiltrate a kingdom and bloodlessly conquer it from the inside. Azula talking to boys her age. Sokka and Aang when they send the apology letter to Katara saying that was from Toph. Infinite IQ. We're living our best lives. Mako and Bolin are drowning. This isn't about them. The man you're going to marry, Aunt Wu, I can see that he's a very powerful bender. In my vision, saw a girl in a white dress with pet flying boar. That's Toph Buddy. What are they up to? Check this out. What? Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, dorks. Techniques that have their counterpart in the opposite element. Seismic sense. Wind perception. Ice breath. Fire breath. Zuko is in the middle of a snowy wasteland in a blizzard, at his weakest facing a water bender and the Avatar in the middle of the night on a full moon. Also Zuko. I didn't hear no bell. Oh, your villain's all right, just not super ones. Yeah? What's the difference? Presentation. I want to commit genocide. Duck off. I wasn't loved as a child. Also, I want to commit genocide. Wow. They're so sympathetic. Who's really the bad guy here? Earth Kingdom, Ba Sing Se's walls are impenetrable. Fire Nation. 6-year-old me about to make them fight Godzilla. Army of Lego people. Avatar veterans who started watching the show 15 years ago. Me who just finished watching it for the first time on Netflix. Lose the fight and be called an incompetent, worthless Avatar. Win the fight and be called an overpowered Mary Sue. It's time for you to look inward and begin asking yourself the big questions. Why is it that we eat chili it's hot, and when we feel chilly we're cold? Insta normies, she's wearing the same shirt as me, I have to go change. Me and the girls. You and the boys. Who would win? A powerful firebender with an empire's might behind him. 6 traumatized children. I'm so excited to show you this series. I can't believe I've never seen it. You okay? Yeah. Arson, homicide, democide, dating, a minor fraud, financial crimes, vandalism, manslaughter, identity theft, insubordination crimes of omission, genocide, false misleading statements. When you sacrifice yourself to save the moon spirit, and people only remember you for that one meme. That's rough, buddy. Meet a hot firebender guy, take him out on a date. He chooses some water tribe girl over you. Steal his girl. Why would I choose cosmic energy over Katara? If you think you're polite, remember Appa was used as a slide and didn't complain. Hello Jake Sully from Avatar. Hello Toph Beifong from Avatar. Sandbender, I didn't know it was the Avatar's bison. Kyoshi, shame. You mastered the elements? What, like it's hard? Iroh to Zuko, you must be in a strong state mentally to lightning bend. Azula lightning, bending in the last Agni Kai. Waterbender. Moses. Firebender. Elijah. Earthbender. Joshua. Airbender. Jesus. Girls who say hi. Girls who say bruh. Girls who say both. Girls who say greetings. Toph Beifong. Original design. Final design. When you are about to sneeze, but it goes away at the last moment. Whatever you do to that spirit, I will unleash on you tenfold. Kyoshi watching Aang beating the living shit out of Ozai. That's how you deal with a Fire Lord. Game recognized game. Nobody can identify a girl that likes you faster than another girl that likes you. The myth of a consensual kiss. I consent. I consent. I don't. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? My finger. What did you do to me? Band-Aid. I took away your bending. I enjoy that no one can ducking deal with Aang, not because he's a good airbender, though he is. No, it's mainly just that after a century no one has any clue how to fight airbending or even how it works. Boomy is basically the only exception. Boiling Rock made me realize how much I want a spin-off show with just these three going on adventures. Hello, Aang. Now that you're here, I've a question to ask. Have you ever read the poetry of the great airbending guru Lagima? Healing, steam bending. Lucky for your mother and the fire sages pleaded with me to give you a chance. Azula, on the other hand, never needed that kind of luck. She was born lucky, you were lucky to be born. Do you like Korra? No, she is too arrogant. Who is your favorite character in a TLA? Toph. Intro on the Sozin's Comet episode. Although his airbending skills are great, he still has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. Me noticing it's the last episode. Someone said Ty Lee looks like Curious George, and sometimes it's all I think about. Like I can see it, but no. Roku, after watching Aang take away Ozai's bending and realizing he could have done the same thing to Sozin and avoided this whole mess. Avatar Aang has never lost a single one-on-one battle. Me watching Avatar for the first time trying to figure out whether Uncle Iroh is a good or a bad guy. Zuko's family in a TLA. Aang and Katara's families in a TLA. Zuko's family in LOK. Aang and Katara's families in LOK. Aang lives during the early Industrial Revolution. Korra lives around the 1920s. The next Avatar. Zuko. Katara. Invading her home, hunting her family for months, helping conquer Ba Sing Se, sending an assassin to finish them. Why does she hate me? Oh my god, Avatar The Last Airbender, the complete series. I want to buy this. Great. And as a bonus, I'll throw in The Last Airbender by M. Night Shyamalan. If that DVD even touches the animated series, I will kill you. How air fryers work. Wow, these are crispy. The stars sure are beautiful tonight. Too bad you can't see them, Toph. The boys on their own. The boys together. I'm gonna send a note to Katara and say it's from Toph, who wants to apologize. Book 1 Katara. I want to learn water bending. Book 3 Katara. Water bitch. Time traveler. Moves a chair. The timeline. I'm taking away your horny for good. The Mai Azula Ty Lee friendship is overall pretty toxic, but we should not forget that they asked Azula what she wanted for the drill and she said triple throne for me and the homies. Me after finishing a TLA, and I wonder what happened to Azula. Did she go to jail? Better read the comics. The comics. Mental institution. Crazy. Bitch need a straight jacket. My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy. You make one step backward, one slip up. Give me one reason to think you might hurt Aang and you won't have to worry about your destiny anymore. Because I'll make sure your destiny ends right then and there. Permanently. I didn't kill him. He died of natural causes. But fell off the cliff you created. Gravity is part of nature. Then everything changed. When the Fire Nation attacked, MK. Suki actually invented I can fix him. Aang, did you know your body is 70% water? Because mama's thirsty. In the darkest times, hope is something you give yourself. That is the meaning of inner strength. Sozin's Comet best, the Great Divide worst. The Ember Island players funniest. The tales of Ba Sing Se saddest most beautiful. Nightmares and daydreams weirdest. Bato of the Water Tribe most forgettable. The Boy in the Iceberg best for beginners. Where it should have ended. Mama ain't raised no bitch, and even if she did, it's my brother. The Cabbage Man, telling his grandson about the horrors of the Avatar. Hand over the Avatar, we don't have to hurt you. The Avatar? He disappeared 100 years ago. Zuko, stop. They're looking for me. Girls with time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Boys with time machine. Yo, spend some equal time on all your kids. Who believes this bullshit? I'm Toph, I knew it. Normally, we would have told you of your identity when you turned 16. 12 long years passed before I saw my friend again when Roku returned. Was told by Zuko himself that Zuko will help the Avatar. Witnessed firsthand how Zuko redirected his own lightning. Still shot lightning at the Avatar, which could have killed him if the Avatar didn't decide to spare his life. So why did you kidnap me? Me trying to sleep. My cat in heat. What Aang said. You have the power to end it right here and stop what you're doing. What has I heard? You have the power. Reverse werewolf turn into the moon when you see a wolf. You! I don't like you. I don't even watch this show and I ducking died of laughter. Did Aang, Katara and Sokka just leave? Yes. If I'd known you were still up, I would have asked you to come say goodbye. You're lucky to have such good friends. I am. Sokka was really pulling females of every nation with zero effort. My being depressing as hell. Zuko, joke's on you, I'm into that shit. I have done nothing wrong, ever, in my life. Fandom, I know this and I love you. Me, midway through season 1? Hey, couldn't you technically bend the water in someone's body? That'd be cool. Me after the puppet master. Thank you for easing the pain from losing my bending. All I did was sit on your face. Sokka, there's got to be someone who can teach Aang fire bending. Zuko. Why would you give Toph a knife? She said she felt unsafe. Dude, well now I feel unsafe. You want a knife? When you're listening to the villain's speech and they're low-key making a lot of sense. That they could have been the greatest sibling group, but their father sucks at parenting club. Admit that your mistakes are your fault alone and destiny has nothing to do with it, or draw 25. Aang in the comics. Sigh. I hate destroying things, the cabbage merchant. Katara's mad at Toph for gambling again. Yeah, but I can fix this. I'm gonna send a note to Katara and pretend it's from Toph. Sorry for gambling, also nothing bad happened, so it should be okay. Okay, send. No, this is from you, Sokka. What, how? You're the only one who uses post-Hawk reasoning. Sokka enters into Sokka's tent in the middle of the night. You. The entire Southern Waterbenders population, the entire Metal Benders population, and the entire Air Nomads population sitting around a table for dinner. We try to help you. When they find a way to defeat the Fire Lord without killing him, I would love to know. When I get out of here, none will survive. Air Nomads finding the next avatar. Firebender, we can shoot lightning. Earthbender, we can manipulate metal. Waterbender, we can control the blood in your body. Airbender, if they weren't pacifists, in terms of oxygen you have no oxygen. I'm the dumbest man alive. Zuko and Iroh have always been good people. You're clearly dumber. Who would win in a fight between Aang and Korra isn't even a question, because Aang would be like, I would never fight with one of my future lives. Korra would not hesitate before sucker punching a 12-year-old. Legend of Korra really had the baddest girls in all of Avatar. Good at being good, bad at being good. Good at being bad, bad at being bad. I like using my divine powers to help poor people and restore balance and be pacifist and kind as possible to anyone, no matter how vile and terrible they are. I don't like that. You should kill yourself. You genuinely need to kill yourself. Ha ha. Ah, I love a happy ending. If you think you can't do some things, don't worry. Kuvira went from dancer to dictator. People that like the live-action Avatar. People that don't like the live-action Avatar. Better than the movie. A new quantum theory suggests that darkness still has light in it. Zuko yelling. That's it, that's the show. Avatar 20 things Korra can do, that Aang can't. 1. Hug her parents. Aang, I must only enter the Avatar state when it is absolutely necessary, because if I am killed while in it, the Avatar cycle dies with me. Korra whenever something is mildly inconvenient. Avatar state, yip yip. Azula at age 9. Grandpa died. Cousin was killed. Mother disappeared. Uncle fell apart. Brother was sentenced to death. If we go deeper into the woods, we may encounter a bears. But if the Fire Nation discovers us, we'll be turned over to Azula. There it is. How to summon the Avatar. 1. Set up a cart selling cabbages. 2. That's it, just wait for him to show up. Cabbage Dude had better luck finding the Avatar than Zuko did in all 3 seasons. Aye, Aang. Boomerang. Wake me up. Before you go. When September ends, wake me up inside. What do you mean you're using the guns on each other and not the bourgeoisie-bending elite? Still not over this. She ducking dead. Toph raised her children to be ducking savage. This has got to be one of the most gruesome, visceral deaths in cartoon history, and they executed it so well to still be PG-13. Up there it was kill or be killed that day. The great city of Omashu. The great city of Oh no. Aang and Zuko hair parallels. Growing hair, one in shame and the other in redemption. Cutting hair, one in redemption and the other in shame. Hard to swallow pills. Aang would die against several characters in Legend of Korra. Azula. Chan. Ty Lee. Just notice Toph sleeps with her feet up, since that's her equivalent of closing her eyes. Iroh, have you killed the last dragon? Whoa. You are killing it, dude. Yeah, I totally killed it. If you're ever feeling stupid, just remember that Aang went to Kyoshi for advice on how to not kill Fire Lord Ozai. When I open Mum's phone, the volume, the brightness, the app's running in the background. Full regeneration after every fight. Not holding back. In Prime. Round 1. Round 2. Round 3. Round 4. Final round. I hate Netflix's Avatar. It sucks. I love Netflix's Avatar. It's awesome. Whilst not being a worthy adaptation, Netflix's Avatar clearly has profound respect for the source material. The casting is mostly superb, and so are the bending depictions and the overall visuals. The screenplay, however, is reductive, missing many important plot points and delivering an inconsistent tone. While trying to both cater to an older audience and satisfy the fans, the dialogue comes out as over-expositional and at times cring-inducing. I love Netflix's Avatar. It sucks. When you're watching Korra and realize that Appa had to die at some point. Admit that your sister being better than you has nothing to do with luck and her success was built on hard work only, or draw 25. You got the Avatar into the Avatar state by killing his girlfriend. You got the Avatar into the Avatar state by killing his girlfriend. If you ever feel useless, think about the eye hole on Toph's rock armor. $50 and I'll do whatever you want. I want you to help me capture the Avatar. When you know those 2 men are firebenders, but you just can't prove it. If it weren't for blood bending, water bending would be the weakest element. Change my mind. Let me get this straight. You think Legend of Korra is good? I do. And I'm tired of pretending it's not. See, the difference between Zuko and Azula is that if you take away Azula's bending, she'll cry, but if you take away Zuko's bending, he'll just stab you. Katara and Aang having better death glares than any villain in the ATLA franchise. Fire Nation citizens during the entirety of Legend of Korra. Da duck they doing over there? Mom. Dad, I know how to bend. That's great, sweetie. Let's see it. Swoosh. Fire bending? Researchers discover King Tut's dagger was forged from a meteorite. Ah, yes, me, my girlfriend, and her brand new glowing celestial body. The Order of the White Lotus getting ready to take back Ba Sing Se. Spent years fending off evil spirits who crossed into the physical world. Leaves the door open so any spirit can enter the physical world with ease. Da, my cabbages. Hey, were you just looking at her butt? Yeah. Oh, hey, what? Sokka mastered all 4 non-bending styles from each nation. Zuko trying to join the gang. I have done everything wrong ever in my life. Appa, I know this and love you. You know what? Duck you. Unfire's your lord. If Avatar Kyoshi existed today, she would oppose Kuvira. No, she would support Kuvira. Avatar Kyoshi if she exists today. I am quite fond of The Last Airbender directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Thanks. What Aang says. Appa. Yip yip. What Appa hears. Appa. Let go your earthly tether. Enter the void. Empty and become wind. In honor of Mako. I had a crush on Toph when I was 7. I believe in Appa supremacy. Zuko says you got him a rat wearing a tank top. Yeah, it's a gym rat. I hope it works out for him. Beautiful cinnamon roll, too good for this world. Too pure. I can't explain it, but she's slipping. The only anime that doesn't yell out the name of their power every time they use it. Sneak attack. You are really pretty. I am? Yeah, you are. Every series has one. The fan favorite. Or made to be hated. The hot one. The only normal person. What's your name again? The Gremlin. I'm society. Just straight up evil. No screen time. All the plot relevance. The pure chaos that would have occurred if Aang said yes. So can I borrow Momo for a week? A brand new series featuring the unsung heroes behind legendary events within the world of Avatar, The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra. Or like someone from the southern or northern water tribe for a change. In fact, blood is also water. Who is useless now, Kazuma? Avatar fans, why did Korra destroy the world? I'm gonna destroy this wall with my fire bending. Wait, wouldn't be easier if Bumi did that. True. Yeah, but this way is cooler. True. True. Korra's dead. New Avatar. When you block the sun so your boyfriend can stop the Fire Nation. And he wastes time worrying about Suki. Zuko being a master swordsman. Zuko not being a prodigy firebender. Zuko being a master tracker. Zuko being a master acrobat. Ozai. Zuko not being a prodigy firebender. I don't need any protection. And that's how I was made.